unpredictable. Like 3 weeks ago, we were talking about Tottenham or Mourinho mounting a title challenge. A few losses and things have changed. So what will be the key determinant to this league is consistency. If a team is able to churn out results and be consistent, then you can be able to get a good or a favorable standing in the league. But inconsistency, few bad results, you drop down to the table. I think there was a time people were touting Arsenal to be relegation candidates, but a few wins and they're back in the top 10. So it's a very unpredictable league. A joy to the fans to watch because it's neck to neck, and we are just enjoying the ride.
Okay, fair enough. Vidal, what do you feel? Vidal is unmute your mic.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I could also like to begin by saying Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year.
Just like Gilbert has said, this season is so unpredictable. I have been following the Premier League for some time, and I think this year is so unprecedented that we cannot really speculate and say that next, okay, this is the team which is going to win the league. Bearing in mind that we are yet to finish the first leg, I think it's a bit difficult for now to say that really a certain team is going to win the league. The performance has been quite shocking for some teams. A team like Manchester United, like a month ago, you could not even think that they would be where they are at the moment. So the same case goes to the rest of these other teams. In the next maybe 2 weeks, they're going to get a number one, which will be also a very surprising team. Maybe even Leicester go on top. If at all, Manchester United slip a little bit. So it's a neck to neck season this time. And I think because of COVID, we can also, COVID has also played some role in whatever results we are seeing now. So we have seen other games being postponed because of coronavirus. And if, for example, a team has some cases and the major players are unable to play, then that one also will come in handy in this issue of not being able to really predict that this team is going to win. So it's a matter of wait and see what will unfold as time goes by.
Right, fair enough. Yes, Innocent.
Yes, Happy New Year, my fellow pundits. It's a good 2021. For me, I'm enjoying every game. What we are witnessing is that for the past 2 or 3 seasons, Liverpool and Man City have been dominating. But the current season we have, when I look at those top 8 teams, every team believes that they can run away with it. And if you look at Manchester United today, they're showing that monster we used to see. That it's a team that can surprise you. It's a team that can grill results. They don't have to perform well, but they have to win. And even you look at Arsenal actually they're 6 points away from Chelsea. If Chelsea loses twice, they're on the neck. So the league today is a league that we are enjoying. And if you look even at the coaches, they're becoming tactical. if they realize the opponent has got injuries and is a weakling, they have to beat you. You are nailed and hammered. They have to harvest points from you. So what I can say is that we are witnessing a league that, like my fellow colleagues have said, it's unpredictable. You can be beaten by anyone. We don't have that situation that if I'm playing you today, maybe the top 10 and you are the top 4, that you must win the game. No, it is not going to happen that way. So, and that one actually makes this league even more interesting for us fans. You don't want to miss any game, even if you see Sheffield and Brighton, they are playing. You're willing to watch the game. You don't have to watch the game that the top clubs are playing. Every club that is playing, you're willing to watch and enjoy, because even if we have these lower clubs, there's that player you want to see. Every team, there's that player you want to see. So that spread of players, stars across the clubs, I think it is making the league even more interesting. So 2021, what I can see, we are going to enjoy even more. I want a situation where Tottenham is up, Liverpool is up, Manchester is up. You know, that thing, that spirit, until maybe the last 3 to 4 games, we can determine the league who is going to win it. For now, let us keep enjoying the games.
So you guys, you're telling me that now the Premier League is now becoming so competitive to a point that we are not actually able to tell who is gonna run with this thing, because looking at the margins between teams, we're talking about 3 points separating the former champions and the league leaders right now. Is this the situation maybe we are gonna see up to the end of the season, or what do you think, Fidelis?
Steve, like I said earlier, this is question. Okay, right now, there's that belief in each and every team, starting from Sheffield. They have the belief that they can beat big teams. And we have really condemned. Okay, on my side, we almost condemned a team like Sheffield that they may never win a game. But to our surprise, they beat Newcastle convincingly. So that tells you that each and every team from number 1 to number 20, they are able, they have the capability to win any league, any game, be it Manchester City, be it Manchester United, be it Liverpool. The mid-table teams and the lower table teams are rising to the occasion. And if this trend is something to go by, then I'm seeing a situation where the stalemate we are witnessing at the moment might go on for quite some time. Maybe when we are maybe remaining with a few games, like 5 or 6, 7 games, we'll now be able to know that we'll now be able to say that some teams are the favorites. But at the moment, I'm seeing the stalemate, I'm seeing the current situation continuing for quite some time because each and every team really is yearning to win.
Okay.
So I'm predicting a scenario we are going to continue with the same for quite some time. And if you look at the way even Manchester United is winning the game, to some extent, I cannot say that it's a very convincing way of winning, because they have been winning with a margin of 1 goal in most of the cases. So that tells you that still, yes, they get the 3 points, but through tooth and nail working. So it's going to be a bit hectic for the top teams, and the stalemate may continue for quite some time.
All right, fair enough. So now let's narrow this to the 2 teams that we are talking about today, Liverpool and Manchester United. Liverpool playing at home. For the last 4 games these teams have met, Liverpool has managed to get 8 points out of the possible 12. That means that there have been 2 draws and of course 2 wins for Liverpool. Manchester United have not won any match of the of course, I'm talking about the last 4 matches. Now, Gilbert, what do you think what are the major strengths of the two teams going into this match?
Okay, I'll start with Liverpool. Liverpool, basically, they have the better attack. Mm-hmm. Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Mohamed Salah. Mm-hmm. But this season, they are not firing on all cylinders like we've been witnessing in the previous season. Mm-hmm. In fact, Mane had gone close to like 10 games without a goal.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and it's not his norm at the moment. Firmino has had his struggles in front of goal, though he scored a few this season. So the attack is not as good as it was. My only concern is Thiago Alcantara is back. That is a quality player. He rarely misplaces his passes. Those are the strengths at the moment. Their weaknesses, definitely the defense. Their central partnership, there's a big hole there. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure whether Matip will play today or not. Joe Gomez is not there. Virgil van Dijk obviously has a season end. He had a season-ending injury against Everton. Mm-hmm. So the major weakness for Liverpool right now is their defense. And apart from the central pairing, Alexander-Arnold has not quite... if you compare to last season, Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, they had like double digits assists. And this season, they have not been able to match up their showings for last season. So their defense this season has a problem. When I come to Manchester United side, I think our midfield, our attacking midfield, especially Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has been a real revelation this season. Mm-hmm. I read somewhere that he's the first player to ever win Player of the Month 4 times in a calendar year. That just goes to show you the impact he's had on the team. Our attack is not as good as last season, just like Liverpool. Mm-hmm. Rashford, his decision making is so poor. He just runs around most of the time. Mm-hmm. And he's very predictable. Marshall, I hate that guy. He just plays for penalties in the box. Cavani, before the ban, he was good. So the only strength we have at the moment is the midfield. One thing I'd like to point out is Solskjaer's handling of the Paul Pogba situation has been so commendable. If I was the coach, I don't think I would have handled it that way. Mm-hmm. Because when Mino Raiola came out and said that Pogba's career to Manchester United has ended, mm-hmm. If it were a coach like Mourinho or Van Gaal or even Arteta, mm-hmm. Pogba's situation right now would be like the one for Mesut Ozil. Mm-hmm. But he acted against all odds and tried to get a win-win situation in that try and play the player and boost the team's performance, mm-hmm. boost the player's value because it's a given Pogba will be leaving at the end of the season. So far, he has managed to get a win-win situation in that Pogba's value will go up, being that he's playing regularly and delivering on the pitch. Mm-hmm. And his performances have assisted the team to be where they are at the moment. So that has been very commendable on Solskjaer's side in terms of man management. Mm-hmm. And Eric Bailey. I think Eric Bailey's introduction to the team since Lindelof got injured has been a very big contribution to our defense. Our defense plays so differently when Eric Bailey is there. If you would watch the game against Aston Villa, he had that last-minute tackle that was just a goal-bound shot. If you look at the game against Burnley, he's been checking out man-of-the-match performances. Mm-hmm. So our defense looks good if Bailey partners with Maguire. Our midfield looks better, but our attack is not as good as it was last season. As Vidal had pointed out, we we barely run riot against teams. We win with a 1-goal margin, or we come from behind, which is not very sustainable in this tough league at the moment. And for you to have a chance of winning the league, you have to be consistent. So those are my pointers as per your question.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
What is your take on that?
Maybe I'll start from Liverpool, and I've always asked myself, what is Alexander-Arnold really doing? You know, you look at the way he plays; he looks tired. He doesn't give complete passes. This guy,
Or could it be burnout? Because he doesn't have a. I think your two fullbacks don't have good substitutions.
Yeah, we do.
I think Robertson from last season he's played a lot of games.
Yeah. So what
Never
happens?
seen a Liverpool side with Robertson not starting.
Okay, we got this guy Simikas, but he went for injury. He could ease this pressure from Robertson. But I think today I don't want to see a scenario where Alexander starts. Even if we start with Nico Williams, I think that kid can even run, because come on. Well, and another thing is when we look at our midfield, we say Gini can be good, but of late he doesn't have that killer instinct. As much as he's holding,
I think his head has been turned. I read somewhere that he wants to go to Barcelona.
Yeah, the way he plays, he doesn't play like the player was playing last season.
Yeah.
And another guy, when you look at the way he plays, you wonder is sometimes Salah is too selfish. And if you realize today, Firmino used to give passes to those guys. When the media started criticizing him, he no longer passes today. So, and I don't know why you guys started criticizing that guy. The way he was not scoring, he was passing goals, and other guys were playing and scoring.
I think
Nowadays, he doesn't.
I think Jota was the one who made Salah Firmino to have a lot of pressure, because he came in from Wolves and was scoring like 1 goal in every 2 games.
Yeah. So when you look at our front three, those guys, each one wants to score. They don't want to pass. Okay. But when you look at our goalkeeper, even if he tries, Alisson has been good, but the goalkeeper alone cannot win you matches. So from our midfield, from our defense, up front, I don't know if there is panel beating that was done by Klopp today. I expect those guys to play. Back to Manchester United. Let us give it due. That Bailey guy, ever since he came back there, actually, he has obstructed like 4 goals.
Exactly, yeah.
And De Gea has been good, has been relentless. He's making those, there's those instinct, he has been actually giving those defenders a good game. But I don't agree with Gilbert about Maguire. Maguire, if we have Maguire, we don't have Bailey, there is a hole behind there. But when Bailey is there, Maguire has confidence. So I think Maguire is more confident when Bailey plays. I don't know if he has recovered from that concoction. Has he recovered? Is he playing today?
Yes, he played against Burnley.
Okay,
No,
okay.
there's a game he played.
Yes.
He played against Burnley. Yes, he played against Burnley.
Yeah, and in terms of Bruno Fernandes, hey, that guy, I lack words to describe him. Is one guy. Who is going to handle that guy today from our midfield? He can just pass. If Bruno Fernandes plays today and Thiago Alcantara plays today, we are going to enjoy the game, because those guys, they just give you a ball to score. the way they pass. And Bruno Fernandes is one guy, he calculates, he knows, if I shoot from here, I can score. But if I pass, that guy will score. Those are the kind of players that win you matches. And if you look at the past 6 games that Manchester United has been playing, the guy is not selfish. If he scores, he can score. But if he sees an opportunity, someone else has to score, he passes the ball. So he has been a game changer. And if we talk about Paul Pogba, the attitude, he has changed. He has realized that we have got other stars now, other players are coming on. So he has to pull up. If he doesn't, and the way Ole Gunnar did, if you don't play, I will bench you. I don't care if you are the most, you are the superstar here. You have to show. You have to show up. So today, Manchester United, I'm a Liverpool fan, have an upper hand. And can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So what I can say is that today the strengths are here. Manchester United, defense-wise and the midfield, they are good. Mm-hmm. Liverpool, they could be having a good striking, but the two faces, defense and the midfield, it is not patching up well. That's why I mentioned we need panel beating. Mm-hmm. But if Thiago plays in and Henderson remains to cover up when those other players are moving, maybe the right back or the left back, mm-hmm. I think we could be able to handle that. But I don't know who is going to partner with Fabinho. Mm-hmm. I will be okay if I see that young kid, Reece Williams, partnering with him. Wow. But if you want to partner him with Henderson, first half, we could have considered 3 goals. Henderson can never be a center back. He doesn't. He can just hold, but he can't. So these are some of the things that Klopp tries, and they mess up totally. If we have that Reece Williams with the Fabinho, and at the midfield, I see Thiago, I see Henderson. Gini may play, yeah, but the front three, we really miss Jota. Jota is one guy, if he was in that team, who makes such a kind of runs and he kills the game. So to me, I'm going to enjoy this game. What I can say is I'm a bit Navi today.
Innocent, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What I can say is that Anfield, we have not lost a match. Who knows, we may lose today.
Okay, fair enough. So, Vidya, so we are talking about the strengths and, of course, weaknesses. The two teams, Manchester United and Liverpool, going into this match. What is your thoughts? Fidelis?
So sorry, Steve. I don't know what happened to my gadget. I've not been getting you for a few minutes. Yeah, but I would also like to comment as follows.
Right.
Maybe starting from Liverpool. I think the biggest problem with Liverpool at the moment, and something which may cost them the game today, is their defense. Liverpool have injuries. Their super defender in the name of Van Dijk, we know is ruled out for the whole season. Mm-hmm. And that's where I think Liverpool will be having some kind of challenges. Like said, I also expect to see Williams starting from the central defense, partnering with Fabinho. I think they could bring something out. Mm-hmm. Then, going forward, I don't know what happened to the three guys who usually score things. That's Salah, Fabinho, and Man.
Firmino.
I don't know what challenge these guys have nowadays. Whether it's a matter of being selfish to one another, you don't want to pass the ball. Everybody wants to score. So if they go with that kind of mentality today, with the kind of Manchester United, which is really rejuvenated and wants to win, then they could get it rough today.
Right.
Going to Manchester United. Manchester United. When you give a credit where it's due, I want to start from this guy we call B. Fernandez. His performance has been superb. The kind of passes that he usually gives, you wonder what kind of an eye, what kind of an inner eye does this guy use? He has been a genius in terms of supplying assists left, right, and center. So that's among the strength which Manchester is going to use Andy in order to bring down Liverpool. Also, this guy called Pogba. Pogba, for the last few games, he has really improved. He has really built back his confidence. When we used to watch him play in Juventus, but now when he came to Manchester United, because of some reasons in the recent years, his performance has not been so good. But from the recent past, Paul Pogba has really improved. And when you see Pogba improving, it means he is able to give something good to Manchester United. And we have seen it through results. So if Pogba today is going also to be good with the partnership with Bruno Fernandes, then we are going to witness a very, very tough game. Yes, the striking of Manchester United, as Gilbert said, is not that superb. But I think with Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba, they may come in to fill that gap. So I still expect that we are going to have very many goals today. Uh, these are the teams which we know they usually play offensive football. So I expect goals from each side there. Then maybe to finish with, coming to defense. Defense, Bailey has been good there. And the partnership between him and Maguire has really produced very, very good saves. I have been watching the Eric Bailey, and I'm wondering, is this the guy who has been sidelined for quite some time? What happened? What's changed? So I think Manchester United is coming to Anfield as a rejuvenated team, a team which is having faith now that we can win things. And looking at Liverpool, they have been struggling for the last, I think, a few games, getting 2 draws and a loss to Southampton. Somehow, the spirit is a bit broken, but they also need to show to show up to the big occasion. My only worry could be Bruno Fernandes. When I watch the big teams, you know, when you want to know that a player is really a very good player, look at their contribution when it comes to big games. And now that's where I fall Bruno Fernandes. When it comes to big games, he does not really rise to the occasion. And if that happens today, it could be the downfall for Manchester United today. It's a matter of wait and see.
All right.
I think maybe to before Steve you come in, I think that's something I was thinking about Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Liverpool games are one of the toughest because the rivalry between these two teams, if you've been watching or reading through social media today, most of the former players say that the games against Liverpool are one of the biggest games this season. And I think what Videla said is very true. Bruno Fernandes in the very big matches he struggles a lot, but basically that's down to intensive marking or intense tactics on him by the opposition players. So this is a game that Bruno Fernandes, if he wants to write his name in United folklore as one of the greats, or imprint his name as a proper United player, this is one of the games that he needs to really turn up today. So I was just trying to agree with Fidel.
All right.
On that, yes.
Fair enough. So now there's this I don't know. I'm just looking at the kind of strategy the two managers are going to employ going into this match. What do you guys think?
Can I start?
What will Klopp and Oli? What kind of strategy are they going to employ going into this match? Because everybody, I think, is going with the full force, wanting to go top for Liverpool, and for Manchester United, they will not want to lose that top spot to Liverpool. And so, what are your thoughts? Strategy going into this match?
Can I go first?
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, when you are deploying a strategy, your strategy is based on the opposition, and the opposition right now is thin in the defensive side. I think Gary has pointed out that Alexander-Arnold has been having a very bad season. The absence of Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez and Matip, the centre back position is a weakness. So Solskjaer will put his best. He'd want to put his best attackers in the field, so as to maximize on any weaknesses or any loose balls or any mistakes that can happen in or take advantage of the inexperience of the guys that will come into that central center back pairing for Liverpool. Then again, winning at Anfield, this kind of games, Manchester United and Liverpool, form never counts in such matches. You can come into this match with a very poor form, and you find that you get a result based on the history of these matches, the rivalry between the teams, the clamor for being the club that has the most league titles in the EPL history. So form never usually counts. The team that turns up is the team that gets the result. So normally the type of formation that Solskjaer has deployed against Liverpool, even from last season, is normally a 3-4-3. The one that I remember last season when Salah chased down the ball with James and scored, he usually deployed a 3-4-3 formation, which gives you solidity on the defense where you are under attack, and an ability to break with pace on the counter. So what I've noticed this season is Solskjaer doesn't use that formation much against the big teams, because that's what he was accustomed to. And good performances of some players may hinder his decision to use that formation. Case in point being Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba has been having a very good run of form. Bruno Fernandes has been having a good run of form. His dependable players when playing in high intensity or tough matches. That is Scott McTominay and Fred. Those are the players he normally turns to when Solskjaer is one game away from the sacking, and he has a match that he has to win. He'll usually turn to McTominay and Scott. So what I think he'll do, he'll start Paul Pogba, but Paul Pogba will play on the left side of the attack in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Pogba will be on the left side, Cavani and maybe Rashford on the right side. That's what I'm thinking. And Marshall will be on the bench with Fernandes, McTominay, and Fred, and Bailey, Maguire, Shaw, and Wan-Bissaka. That's what I think he'll start with. And for him and for Manchester United at the moment, a draw will be a good result because we'll still be top. A win will be a spectacular result because of the impact such a result gives the team. The team gets motivated, teams get morale. We've beaten our bitter rivals. We've gone top, 6 points clear, and the effects on that of the team is very clear. So I think Solskjaer will be all-out attack with a cautious approach of two holding midfielders in McTominay and Fred, because much as Liverpool's forward are not firing in their usual manner, you can't count them out based on the fact that this is a very high-intensity game and based on the rivalries that we've had and what I've said, that form never usually counts in such an encounter. So 4-2-3-1 formation, Pogba on the left side, keep it tight on the defense, counter on the break, because this is a team that play offensively. There'll be spaces at the back and take advantage of that. So that's the strategy I think Solskjaer will play. The other thing that he might surprise me if he plays a 3-4-3 formation, which I don't expect he will. Basically, which can have Shaw, Maguire, and Bailey, with Telles on the left side, McTominay and Fred in the midfield, and Wan-Bissaka on the other side, with the front three of Bruno Fernandes, Marshall, and Cavani, or Rashford and Cavani, which basically is too defensive, and it doesn't usually augur well. When you have an opponent that has major weakness on the backside, it's a very not a good formation to use. So I think he'll go with the 4-2-3-1 formation.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Innocent, your thoughts?
My thoughts are that today, when I look at if we were to win, I think we could play. We could go fast with the 4-4-3, where I expect the three obvious guys to play. Then at the midfield, we could be having Henderson, we could be having Wijnaldum, we could be having this guy Jones. Is a young lad but who plays well. And today, I expect Shaqiri to play. If you ask me why, he's one guy.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking. Do you know
Next
I'm not joking?
You'll say Origi will also start.
No, wait. The reason why I'm saying we need Shaqiri today is about creativity and unselfishness. That midfield today, if you look at it, who is creative? It is just plain.
Thiago Alcantara?
Wait, Thiago, we are not sure at the moment if he can play, because when I was reading is that he may play or he may not play. That was the first formation I was giving. And also I expect Henderson and Gini to hold to cover up that defense, so that even if they are holding at the back, at least we have this guy Shaqiri who can at least create something for these other three guys. But again, we could go with the formation of where we are having Thiago Alcantara is just free moving at that midfield, just giving passes. But the thing has to be, Henderson has to be behind him. Right. Because sometimes, you know very well, Thiago doesn't defend. And sometimes when he gives a pass, he relaxes. He expects he has given you a pass to do good with it. So chances are you are giving Mane a pass and then he doesn't do good with it. And you know very well, Manchester United this season, they have been toothless when it actually they're very, very queer when it comes to attacking. The counter-attacking for Manchester United, if they are moving forward, it's very tough. And these are some of the things we need to avoid. Liverpool also should avoid playing highline defense. That one, it is not going to help us. If we are trying to play offside, and we have the guys behind there who are not well experienced, chances are they could be giving in a lot of penalties. And this is one area, if you ask me today, the Manchester players will push that defense until it can churn out penalties. So it is something also we also need to look at. So what I can say is when I try to look, even if I try, when you look at the players we have at the moment, and you try to look the kind of formation you can give them, it doesn't really fit well, because when you don't have the center backs, totally, it doesn't really fit well. So it's like we're using those midfielders there, who is Fabinho, to play our center back. To me, what I could say is that we could start with Fabinho. We start with Reece Williams. We start with Nico also. Also, we start with Robertson. At the midfield, you can have Henderson. You can have Wijnaldum. You can have Thiago. Or you don't have Thiago, you can have Shaqiri. Then up front, if Fabinho doesn't start and both Shaqiri and Thiago starts, it's a good formation actually. Because what it means is that these two guys will be looking at where is Salah, where is Mane. So, but again, the challenge comes in, at least Firmino holds, unlike Shaqiri doesn't hold. So today, I'm expecting to see either Shaqiri starts, Firmino is not in the starting lineup. So, but the good thing will be if we have Thiago starting there and Shaqiri. For me, I've got my own reservations because I think creative-wise we will be better, and that way we could be able to handle Manchester United. But if again we are going to play that we go up front expecting Henderson to hold when others have gone for attack, can really Henderson handle the way nowadays? Actually, I've not seen Rashford losing the ball. He just plays carelessly. Yes, because that guy dribbles. I don't think if we start with Alexander can handle him, we can't. It is going to be penalties. So still, to me, what I can say, the best result here is that
you don't seem confident of your team today, man.
No, I'm not. Look at it.
You are nervous, huh?
Oh man.
In fact, I've never been this anticipating a match like I am today. I'm really,
you can feel you are very confident. You can feel
I'm
that.
I'm really in good spirits.
Yes.
After a very long time, you have an opportunity to get something from us.
In fact, this is the only time. This is the only time Solskjaer has an easy chance of beating Liverpool. If he doesn't beat him,
this is the time Ole to win at Anfield.
Yes, exactly.
And you know what? I've always seen I've always seen some of these similar situations before. Whenever you feel like you are confident, so much confident beating a team, that's when it hammers you big time.
Not today.
Are
not
you
today.
for real? Today?
Not today.
I'm talking from
Not
experience.
today.
Look at the statistics.
Listen.
No, you know, Stephen is comparing Arsenal to Manchester United and Liverpool. You know,
I'm not talking about
those are different. Those are different lanes.
They're more okay. It kind of goes either way. You be confident and you'll be complacent. Then you don't get a result. The team that goes into this game as underdogs, they will rise to the occasion and they will do their thing, and you get out of that pitch frustrated, ruling the chances maybe you've lost. And it goes either way. It's not the best feeling to have, but it's also when you go in such a games with that confidence that we can do it, that also can propel you to get a result. And so I'm just going to ask Videlis. I'm not going to ask you the same question I asked the two guys because they are the people that the fans that are have interest in this match. I'm going to ask you this question. Man of the match prediction. Man of the match prediction. I just want to give me one from Liverpool and one from Manchester United. Sorry.
Man of the match. Okay. I want to believe that these guys who are performing
Okay, you can start over again because we lost you at some point.
Videlis.
I think he has some.
Maybe I can help him out.
Okay.
On Manchester United side, I think Eric Bailly will be the man of the match. Liverpool will have no man of the match because they'll have lost the game today. So
Sure.
It will be Eric Bailly as the man of the match.
Can I also give my own opinion?
Yes.
I think also the man of the match will be Fabinho. He's going to be relentless. He's really. I expect such an outstanding, very clinical from that guy today.
In which position?
As a center back, definitely.
The center back.
Yeah, as a center back, I can't doubt Fabinho's qualities. I think I remember the game he played against Chelsea
Tottenham.
when Timo Werner had just, was it Tottenham or was it Chelsea?
Oh, it was Chelsea.
Yes, it was against Chelsea. Timo Werner. Exactly. Timo Werner did not beat that guy in any encounter. So
yeah,
Fabinho is a good guy defensively, but he's never handled Cavani before. So
are you sure Cavani is starting?
Okay.
I think so. With the weak defense, I think Cavani should start.
Can I tell you the secret?
Yes.
Whenever we're going to play, we're going to avoid all these dead balls, corners. I don't know how we are going to handle it because Cavani can score a corner from anywhere. So those aerial balls, we're going to limit them the best we can. Best. But my worry is that chipping of of Bruno, that chipping, I don't know if he's able, if today the kind of form Bruno has been, if he shows up today the same way, we're going to have a problem.
Okay.
But I'm yet to see him.
We also have another problem from Paul Pogba. That's my prediction.
No, I'm not worried about Paul Pogba because we can frustrate him. He gets a yellow card and then he will cool down.
I think I'm also not so enthusiastic about Paul Pogba playing because Paul Pogba has a weakness with high intensity pressing. he tends to hog the ball so much. He'll get a pass, but before he releases the pass, he wants to do a flick or do something fancy. So one of his weaknesses is if you press him so relentlessly, he tends to lose possession a lot. So if he starts, maybe he starts on the left side as a forward. But in midfield, against the style of play that Liverpool play of high intensity pressing, he will not stand a chance in that Liverpool side.
And I have a question to all of you. What do you think of VAR today?
VAR will do it. No.
I think VAR has been a bit controversial based on the fact that the what it gives in some matches, if you related to the other matches, it's not consistent.
Yes.
You can find a red card being given or a penalty being given on a handball in this match, but in another match, a similar situation is not given. So the problem with VAR is that it's not consistent. But I know Klopp has been using it as mind games against Liverpool, against Manchester United. Since he saw that we are challenging him, he started pointing out that we've been given a lot of penalties.
You know how many penalties, Gilbert, you guys have this season. Are you harvesting penalties? You guys are harvesting penalties.
we just okay. It's just being clever. Just
you realize
clever.
Any Manchester player who goes inside the box down, even if he has not been touched, it's a penalty.
Okay, Videlis.
And who is the referee today? Don't tell me it's Kevin Friend.
Innocent. Before you go to the referee.
Yes.
You know, Liverpool, you guys last season, you really benefited from bad decisions from VAR. Do you agree with me?
VAR?
Yes, last season you also benefited out of the best two teams, which are always favored by VAR. Now the problem this season is that VAR is not on your side, and that's why you are so bitter.
No, let me ask you.
Got a lot of favors from VR. So this time it's ManU. Now that you are the customers of VR, whoever wins VR is happy. We wish him well.
So are you agreeing that it's through VR ManU is where it is?
Of course, I agree very well. I agree 100% with you that VR is really favoring ManU this season. I don't know whether they.
So are you trying to say that we are not on top of the league on merit?
Wait, Gilbert, wait.
Huh? Is that what is being tried to say here?
What I'm saying is you are playing well, but the token from VAR has been also good.
Okay, guys, let's just come to the very end of this conversation.
Yes.
If Matip and Thiago Alcantara plays, how much impact will they bring in this match? Matip,
Can I come in?
Yeah, that's specifically for you.
If Matip plays, there is confidence in that backline because we'll be having purely Matip and Fabinho behind there. What it means is that our centre backs' confidence and even handling the ball from the opponent will be much better compared when they are not there. And if we have Thiago coming in, I can tell you the creativity is going to bring, actually could also pile a little pressure to ManU because they will be cautious that also, as much as we have our Bruno, these guys have got their Thiago. So we need to be a little bit cautious, and that way it could polish the game. So they have a very good impact in terms of creativity and also handling the attacking from the opponent.
All right. Videlis, what do you think Liverpool will do to win this match?
Liverpool.
I wish you could have asked Gilbert that question.
I'll ask you a different question.
Video is gone.
Yeah, so I think Klopp, the problem he has at the moment is defense. So what Liverpool really needs to do is to hold, to make sure that they really hold the ball at the midfield, so that they do not expose the defense. Because Joe Matip is really doubted whether he's going to play today. I want to imagine that if the young guy Williams starts at the center back, he is a young guy and not so much experienced. So there's much more need from the midfielders to really come in handy and try to shield their defense. So I think Klopp is going to insist that most of the ball should be played and towards the half of Manchester United. That's the only way they will be assured of not getting scored and scoring goals. But if you're going to have a weak midfield from Liverpool, then I think they're going to be punished so much because of that.
Thank you.
When I look at Gilbert, I know what he wants to say. Can I say?
Okay, Ngare, say something before I go to Gilbert.
Let me say something. The only way is this: outscore the opponent. Manchester United is very mean in scoring. Score more goals. They will score, but score more against them.
All right, fair enough. So, Gilbert,
Yes.
what can Ole do to win this match?
He just needs to keep doing what he's been doing all through. Since we've been having a good run, I think there's a message he's passing to the players. His management seems to be very good. He just needs to bring the players to the intensity or the up to par with the occasion. What is at stake is what he needs to communicate to the players. And what is at stake is having a credible and ambitious title run on the back of a result today. The only player who's ever won the Premier League in that Man United side, I think, is only David De Gea, if I'm not wrong. And a lot of these young players who have come in grew up watching the Man United side of Alex Ferguson, the relentless success that it had. And we've gone through a rough patch of bad results since Alex Ferguson left. 3 coaches down the line. And now we are trying to see a semblance of a return to the exemplary performance that we were accustomed to under Alex Ferguson. So what is at stake here in today's match is a chance for Manchester United to tilt the power to their side if we handle it well from here. A draw will be a good result. A win will be a fantastic result. It's still very far because it's the 18th game. We have like 18 or 19 more games to go. But a good result against Liverpool, the title holders, and with the remaining fixtures that are there until the end of the season, I think it will be a very good result to the team and to the youngsters and to the team as a whole. So Ole just needs to communicate to the players the importance of this match. The tactics, I'm not worried about the tactics because it seems to have been working because we are on the top of the league, so he seems to be doing something right. So in such a match, it just needs to bring the emotions to the players. Remember, there's a time we faced Liverpool, and Steven Gerrard was on the bench. I think he came in at halftime, 2 tackles in and he had gotten a red card. That just shows you the intensity of this match. And that's all you need in such a match, because as I had alluded to earlier, form rarely counts in such a match because of the intensity and the history. The team that turns up is the team that gets the result. We may come into this match and say that Liverpool have had a bad patch of form, their defense is weak, and at the end of the first half, we find that we are trailing 3-0. That's what normally happens in such encounters. So the mentality of the players has to be right. The mentality of the players has to be at par with the occasion, and the results will come. Yeah.
All right. Innocent.
Yes.
Liverpool, as much as we talk about their defensive problems, Liverpool this season have not been scoring enough.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? What could be the problem? Because we are talking about defense, the absence of the likes of Van Dijk, and his colleagues there.
No.
But we are not saying anything about the offensive side, because Liverpool are not scoring.
I'm worried when you are saying that. Who is the leading goal scorer?
Of course, is it Salah?
And who is having the leading goal difference? It is Liverpool. Come on, bro.
No. Talk about Liverpool last season. Talk about Liverpool last season.
I think what Steve is saying, if he does a comparison at the 17th game last season in comparison to today, the goal tally is much lower. I think that's where Steve is coming from.
Okay, the reason why we are not scoring, every opponent wants to beat Liverpool. Liverpool is the team that every team wants to beat. Mm-hmm. Every team is measuring their intensity, their sharpness versus Liverpool, and of which that one has really elevated the competitiveness of the league. Mm-hmm. And we are enjoying the games today. So I think, tentatively in the past 5 games, we have been so mean in terms of scoring, and that one is stemming from those trio. Those guys are not really turning up to matches. So if today they show up, maybe we could score. But that's what I could say. Every team is really determined to frustrate Liverpool. That's why we are not scoring.
Okay, let me go with this. I'm going to give you a chance.
Yes.
Gilbert, I'm going to give you a chance to select 11 aside from Manchester United, the best 11 aside, and Innocent will do 11 aside from Liverpool, and then Vidal is going to do a combined 11. So let's start from Manchester United.
Let Ngari start.
Okay. I think definitely Alisson starts. The 2 center backs I expect today is the young kid, Rhys Williams, and we have Fabinho. The right back, I'm thinking of Nico Williams. The left back, we have Robertson. At the center midfield, I'm looking at Henderson and Thiago. And then also I'm looking at Jones. And then the front, we have Bobby, Mane, and Salah.
Okay. That's fair enough. Now we are back to Manchester United.
I'm keen to this.
I think I'd given my preferred 11. I'd given 2 options. I think it's 8 minutes and still the starting lineups come out. Mm-hmm. But based on Liverpool's weaknesses mm-hmm. and our strengths mm-hmm. and how we've been playing so far this season, I think he'll go for Shaw at left back, Bailey and Maguire in central midfield. Wan-Bissaka as a right back. Fred as a number 6. McTominay. Bruno Fernandes as an attacking midfielder. On the left side of attack, he'll have Paul Pogba, Cavani as a number 9, and Rashford on the right side.
All right.
Pogba is 50-50, but based on his good run of form, I think he deserves a starting spot, but not in central midfield because he'll be chasing shadows in regards to the type of way he plays. He's a bit lethargic. He doesn't run with pace. He's not quick on the tackles. So I see him starting, but not in midfield, on the right side of midfield.
All right.
With De Gea as the goalkeeper.
All right. Now, Videlis, you are the manager, and you have these two teams. You have to select the best 11 to go with it to the nationals. You are on the zonal level. Which players will you go with? You have to drop. You have to pick.
You have given me a very difficult task, my friend.
I think Bruno starts. Bruno is the first name on the sheet. I'll give you a head start.
Okay, in goal.
I'm very keen to see the goalkeeper he chooses.
In goal, let's start from there.
Okay, Steve. I don't know, but maybe I will do. The goalkeeper, I'll do Alisson.
So we have Alisson versus De Gea. You go with Alisson.
Yeah, I'll do Alisson. Then defensive, I'll go with center back. I'll do Bailey. And I'll do the young man Williams. And then
left
I'll
back.
also have Arnold.
Arnold as right back.
Then I'll do Wan-Bissaka.
No, you cannot do Wan-Bissaka and Arnold at the same time.
Oh, sorry, not Wan-Bissaka, but
Okay, let me give you the options.
I'll pick Teles from Manchester United. Then Thiago Alcantara, Bruno Fernandes. Who else?
I think the forward line is. I think I'll make it easy for you. The forward line, it's Cavani for Firmino. The rest will remain the same, Salah and Mane.
Yeah, that's why I've said that I'll obviously go with Salah and Mane. Then maybe, like you have said, I'll do Cavani. Yeah.
Do you guys agree with
the question?
Okay. What is the question, Gary? I think he is frozen out. Okay, Gary, we lost you. You can ask the question again.
My two good pundits. How sure are we Cavani is that?
We are not sure. We are just speculating as pundits.
Okay, great.
But based on Marshall's bad run of form,
yes,
and in such a high intensity match, you want a player who can get, when you give him 2 chances, he'll score 1. Not a player will need 5 chances. 2 he'll try and dive for a penalty and lose the other 2 and score 1. So Cavani is more clinical in front of goal given the chance. So my pick will be Cavani. But if Solskjaer sees it differently, the ball is in his court.
All right. So I don't know. We have lost Vidal, but guys, I just want to give you the very last opportunity to give your prediction going into this match. How do you think?
3-1.
3-1.
a no-brainer, 3-1.
3-1 Manchester United.
They are very confident.
Okay. Okay. Innocent, what is your prediction?
My fans are really eager to see my prediction today. And I beg to abstain from that.
Are you Sakaja and why are you sitting on the fence? As a man, you need to make a decision.
I've made a decision.
You know, your wife can ask you, will we have 3 kids or 2 kids? And then you say, I'll abstain.
The reason why I've abstained is that the match could go either side.
Okay.
Team.
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Videlis, we cannot see you.
I have a challenge with my camera.
Okay, what is your prediction?
My prediction is a draw of 1-1.
A draw of 1-1. Wow.
Yes.
That looks likely and very, very satisfying result for the opponent.
All predictions favor Manchester United at the moment.
Oh yeah.
A draw will
Even a
still be
lose.
top. A win
Even a
will be.
lose.
You've
Even a
abstained.
lose favors Manu.
You have abstained. I'm saying all the options that the pundits have given. You've abstained.
Definitely. Me, I abstain.
All right, guys. I just want to say thank you for making time for this, and it is a very, very fascinating encounter we are going to see. We can read it from even within us. It's not something that we can take for. It's a big match. That's what I want to say, and I just wish the best.
Can you check whether the lineups have come out? It's 6:30.
Let me see.
Yeah, kindly before we go offline, we can check.
Yeah.
From the lineup, I can give a prediction.
You've seen the lineup?
You can give a prediction.
I'm checking. That's what I'm checking. Yeah. You know, if Pogba starts, we are winning. Wait, is he even in the first? Is he even in the reserve? I don't think.
Pogba.
If Pogba starts, we are winning.
Oh, it's taking long to get it there. LPL.
No, the lineups are not out yet.
They're not out yet.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper.
Team news.
I can't see. I can't see. Maybe we have to wait a little bit longer. And so, guys, thank you for your time. I hope to see you, to talk to you after the game, and I hope the best team wins. And I did
Manchester United, obviously.
All right. So okay. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Okay. Thank you too.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
So the guys have left now. I can give my prediction. I think Liverpool is gonna win this match, and so I don't know. I feel Liverpool, regardless of their defensive shortcomings, are gonna win this match. That's my take. Might be wrong, I might be right, but again, this is just a prediction. See you after the match. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and have a great evening. Enjoy the match.